4:15, so I'm going to bring the meeting to order. This is the Historic District Commission for the town of Fairfield. The date is November 14th, 2024, and the time is 4:15. Notice of this hearing was published in the Friday, November 1st edition of the Fairfield Citizen. And I'll start by taking attendance. Roseanne Negron, Commissioner. I saw her here.
Yeah, sure.
Rosina is here. Paul Carvanis, Commissioner.
I'm here.
Thank you. Darren Raymond Locke, Commissioner. Is not present. George Clark, Commissioner.
Present.
Thank you. Maura Garrett, Alternate Commissioner.
I'm here.
Thank you. Jim Bohan, Alternate Commissioner.
I'm here without video, but I can see, so I don't have to show anything, so I don't think it'll be a problem.
That should be all right. Thank you. And Jen Accomando, Alternate Commissioner.
Present.
Thank you. And I'm Adam Cliver, Commissioner.
I'm Rosina Negron.
And we're missing one commissioner, so the voting alternate sequence will be Accomando, Garrick, Bohan.
Adam.
First item on the agenda, Piero Tarantelli, 46 Willow Street in Southport, for property located at 46 Willow Street, Southport, for a new 26 kilowatt generator. There's someone here representing Tarantelli.
This is Pierre Tarantelli. My father is on the line as well. We're both owners of the property. We just acquired it over the summer. Our intention is to move there full time in short order once we're done with works that we'll obviously be presenting to the commission. So this is our first time with the commission. We appreciate your time, and I think you have all the materials from the application. But you let us know the best way to proceed. Again, this is our first time here, and look forward to working with you all.
Okay, yeah, please, if you could share your application and just walk through it with the commission.
You want it on the
If you can.
platform?
Yeah, there's a button up down at the bottom that says share. You should have your application open before you go there, and then just search for
Okay,
it.
I'm on my phone, mobile versus apologies. Let me try to
Ooh.
get that. Give me 1 second.
If you can't, I can share it too.
I should be able to, if you give me 1 second. If not, I may have to rely on you.
Okay.
Apologies. Yeah, it might be faster. This is my first time with WebEx as well. If you don't mind, apologies.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
You see that?
Yes, perfect. Great. So thank you again for uploading that. So in terms of the application, like the commissioner said, we're looking to install a 26 kilowatt generator to the left of the house. This would be, I think there's pictures attached. This would be in an area that is close to the two existing air conditioning units that we have. And it's all surrounded by boxwood. So it would be secluded. But when you look at the property, from the street and from different areas that are relevant for, I think, the commission here. They're not visible. So I think the pictures that you have from either the side of the house as you approach towards the left, obviously from the right side of the house, that wouldn't be relevant. But everything that is existing, which is these 2 air conditioning units, the intention is for that unit to be there and adding boxwood around it to even make it more private. The gas line, I think, would be already been approved by the different gas parties. And I think we're working with a third party here to complete the installation. And I'm happy to answer any other questions as relevant. Again, this is our first time with the commission, so appreciate your patience.
Okay, thank you. Rosina, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
I think you have an audio problem, Rosina. Okay, I'll come back to you. Art, do you have any questions?
No, Adam.
Thank you. George, questions?
No questions for me. Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
More questions?
No questions, but welcome to the neighborhood and enjoy your new home.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be coming back with other things with architects, et cetera, in short order. Thank you.
And Jim Bohan, questions?
No questions. Thank you very much. And again, welcome.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Jim Accomando, questions?
No questions. Thank you.
And I do not have any questions either. Rosina, you have audio yet?
I can hear her, Adam. I don't.
I heard her.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, she had no
For some reason I
question.
don't hear her. Why do I not hear her? No.
Rosina, can you
It's
hear us?
strange.
I can hear you.
You know,
Rosina, you had no questions, right?
Rosina, can you speak to see if I can hear you?
She can't hear you either.
That's
Rosina, you
interesting.
can't hear
Can't hear
Adam,
me either.
right?
No.
Oh,
But you
this
could
is
you could
strange.
hear me.
Has something to do with the way she signed in, and she's shoot. Did you try and relog in, Rosina?
Yes, I will.
Oh, can someone else relay that to her? She
Yeah,
can't
I
hear
think
me.
she heard you.
Okay. All right, anyway, moving on. I did not receive, I have no comment, I think I said that. I did not receive any letters in favor of this application. I did not receive any letters opposing this application, so the hearing is closed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's wait, give Rosina a second to,
Can you hear me?
I still can't hear her. What's going on? That's strange. Anyway, moving on, the next application, Robert and Kristen McMahon, 965 Old Post Road in Fairfield for property located at 965 Old Post Road in Fairfield for A, modify previously approved wood porch, floor and step. B, modify previously approved bluestone walkway, and C, new light post. I was asked to continue this application until next month. They had an emergency, and there's a chance he might show up, but I don't see him in the audience. So This application will be continued until next month, where it will need to be voted on and acted upon by the commission to keep it within the required 65 days. Next item on the agenda is Claudia and Andrew Wilbur, 219 Main Street, Southport, for property located at 219 Main Street, Southport. For A, replace existing side door. B, replace existing aluminum storm door. C, replace existing garage door. And D, replace the side on left wall of garage. Is there someone here to represent?
Yes,
The
I'm
Wilburs.
the Batchelder and
Yes.
I'm the architect. Can you hear me, Adam?
Yes.
Thank you. So I am
Fine.
here representing Andrew and Claudia Wilbur, and I'm Linda Batchelder from Baker Batchelder Architects. Let me just share my screen. And I just want to confirm that you're seeing the application.
Not yet.
Hmm. Not yet.
No.
Sorry about that. This should do it.
There you go.
Okay. So application, oh, apologize, that's the last one. What we're looking to do is replace some doors and do a little work on the garage. So according to the site plan, I'm sorry. Here's the garage door, the side door on the house that we're planning on replacing, and then the garage door is over here, and the wall we're working on is between the two. And so photo taken from the street, here's the door we're working on. And we'd like to replace this existing door with a new door with insulated glazing, no mail slot. And it will be paint finished. This is a photo from the manufacturer, and this is the manufacturer's drawing. And the most significant difference is the insulated glazing, and then the crossbar where the lock goes, the lock rail is a little bit larger on the door. And then over that, this is the existing door. And then the one we would like to replace it with has no panel on the bottom nor cross rail in it. It's just solid glass. And stock photo. And then the garage.
Get some echoing going on.
Is that me echoing? I think that's somebody else. For the garage, what we're looking to do is we are doing a lot of refurbishing. So we're looking to not disturb the tree that is right here. And we are pouring a new slab for the garage as we're rebuilding around back and on the sidewalls. And that slab will be 4 inches higher than the current slab. And so we'd like to replace the garage door. Also, that right now what's there is a masonite one, and it's beginning to disintegrate. They only last so long. So we're proposing replace it with a true wood door with plywood panels. And then the repair part is over here behind the tree. can just barely be seen from the road, so I've included it. But the carpenters have actually done the work, and they were able to take off the vertical panel finish that was on the garage, which is actually a T111 plywood, decorative plywood sheathing. So they were able to remove it, repair what was underneath, and then reapply it. So where we've been asking for a repair to the siding, it actually was done with the existing material. So it is not new material, it's old material. And that is it.
Okay, thank you. Mark, do you have any questions?
None for me, Adam.
Thank you, Art. George, questions?
Sorry. No questions. I would just assume the door is all wood.
Correct.
Okay, no questions.
Thank you. More questions?
I have no questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Jim Bohan, questions? You are muted, Jim. Jim, you're muted. Okay, Jim Accomando, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Thank you. And Rosina, do you have questions?
No questions.
No questions. I still can't hear Rosina for some reason. Okay, and I do not have any questions either. Did not receive any letters in favor of this application and did not receive any letters opposing this application. So the hearing is closed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is Eleanor Cunningham, 515 Old Post Road in Fairfield, for property located at 515 Old Post Road in Fairfield for a new four-season porch addition. There's someone here to represent 515.
Good afternoon, commissioners. I am, can you hear me well?
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Mariana and I'm here representing Eleanor Cunningham on this application. Let me see if I can start to share this screen. Okay. Can you see the application?
Yes.
Okay, so we're applying to add a four-season porch where we have a patio right now, and this will be on the left side of the house. As we see here, this is an existing patio, and these two doors right here, they will be changed as well. We're going to have a gas fireplace. It's also included on the plans. We're going to have a gas fireplace right here, and then next to it, we're going to eliminate one of the doors and then just have one double door. This is the plan for the four-season porch. We're going to add 10 windows around. We're going to follow the same siding and windows as to follow with the aesthetic of the existing home. The fireplace would be on the right side, and it will lead inside the main house, and we're going to have a sliding door right here. Here we're going to have a foundation for this new area where we already have a patio. We're just going to add a foundation where this patio is with a crawl space, as you can see the specs on this plan. It's going to be a concrete flat foundation. And let me save up. Okay, and this is how it will look from the outside. Given your approval, that's what we would like to do. We are not changing the footprint. We're going to use the same existing footprint of the existing patio, and then to the back we're going to have a double door, French double door. And we have all the elevation on the plan as well. This is how it looks from the front of the house. This is what it's going to be seen. And this should be about it.
Okay, thank you. George, have any questions? George Clark?
No questions, Adam.
Thank you. Maura, questions?
I don't have any questions, thanks.
Okay. Jim, questions? Jim Bohan, you're muted. You're muted. Can't hear you. Jim Bohan, do you have any questions?
Maybe come back to him.
Okay. Jim Accomando, questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Rosina, questions?
I do have some questions. Can Adam still not hear me?
I still can't hear.
Oh, darn.
Can anyone else hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I can hear you.
I hear
Rosina.
you, and you know what? It's
I hear
coming
you.
up as a text message.
Not for me.
I
Yeah, it
sent-
pops up.
Go chat.
I sent
Oh, yeah.
my questions in the chat just in
What's going on?
case.
Oh, well, we should tell that to Adam. Look in
Yes,
the chat
please.
bar.
I'm
Adam,
looking,
look in
I'm
the-
looking. I see it. I know,
Okay.
I just don't understand what's going on, why this is happening.
I don't know either.
Ridiculous.
So
Okay,
one of my questions
can,
is that the elevation does not show the full facade of the house. So it's
It's
very
really difficult to
difficult
look
to
this way.
see the streetscape because it is fairly elongated with the connector and the garage. So it's a little bit deceiving, only showing the facade up to the connector and
Yeah.
not the entire facade. My other question is, what is the material of the roof? And in my opinion, the large window that is being introduced in that shed area, it's too large that it does not incorporate with the existing elevation.
Okay,
And
okay.
the two piers that are adjacent to the window, it also does not seem to correlate to the existing facade.
Jim Bohan, you had you're in twice and now you're echoing.
Again,
Jim?
I'm having a very severe echo.
I
You're
know,
logged
because of
in
you, you
twice.
need to. I'm moving you to the lobby.
Let me do a power off on my computer and come in again.
Yeah,
So-
that's
so-
No, I can hear you now. It's just like you were logged in twice, once with your visual and once with your audio. I'm sorry,
I'm
Rosina,
still getting
what's going on with you?
video. Wait a minute, the echo stopped.
It's because
For
I
some
logged
reason.
off I logged you off.
Let me recycle it to see what happens. Wish me luck.
Okay, Rosina, I get some of your gist. I think I got part of your comments, but not all of them. Something about the elevation not showing full facade of the house. It's a roof material, large window in addition, pierce nest in any kind. Yep, okay. Art, do you have any questions?
Just on that proposed, I think it was a gas grill. is that going to be visible, or is it is sort of inside rather than outside?
This fireplace that would be inside. It will not be
Okay.
visible.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Can you bring up your drawings again, Mariana?
Yeah. I was looking through this because I remember Adam requested front elevations and I thought I had provided those.
Yeah, the front elevations there.
Is there? Okay. Is that the page you want me to bring up?
Yeah, go to an elevation, to the elevations. Okay,
I
that's the
don't
side
see any
elevation.
numbers on this one, but yeah.
Okay, so my first question is, what is the material of the roof? Not called out.
Let me see if that's included on the plans. One
Metal,
second.
standing seam.
Yeah, it seems, yeah, metal step flashing. I think that's what it says here.
Yep. Okay, that's not the roof material.
We would definitely incorporate whatever comments you may have for us. We would be glad to incorporate it into the plan in order to make it.
Here's the thing that I'm gonna. Okay. There's not a lot of information on these drawings that indicate what the materials are. What's the cladding material? Or you just, it's done this one drawing? This is all
For the
structural stuff,
roof?
which I'm not, on
For the
windows,
roof?
low double panel window. For the whole house, for the whole addition. Construction. It's just composite or vinyl siding over Tyvek house wrap. Okay, so we don't approve synthetic siding in the historic district to begin with. The windows aren't specified as to whether what they're made out of, or do they have a manufacturer or type? Is it a casement window? Is it a fixed window?
They're supposed to be the same windows.
As well.
They would be the same as existing windows.
They don't look anything like the existing windows. Can you go to the front elevation? So these are double hung windows. Stop right there. These are double hung windows on the existing house. This looks like a very large casement or picture window, maybe inoperable. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So they're not the same windows.
So is there a way that we can come up with requirements or conditions for this to be approved?
I think there's too many issues with the drawings the way they are. The windows are first off, the windows are out of scale with the rest of the house. The light patterns are much different than the existing house, which in itself isn't a bad thing because it is an addition, so it can stand out and be different, but at the same time, it also needs to complement it in some way. The casing is completely different. And again, the siding is called out as vinyl. So it's not our job to tell you what to do, you know, what the finishes should be. You need to come to us and ask us, you know, to approve whatever roof you want to use or whatever siding you want to use. And in this case, I can tell you the vinyl is not an appropriate material, and there's lack of detail for us to really be able to know what we're trying to approve here. So,
So the first step, I was under the impression that this would be how we would propose, and then we would have comments from you, and then work on the drawings, adapt to the comments, and then come up with what it's approvable.
okay,
But you're saying that we could work together before this meeting and then come up with something. Is there a way for us to know beforehand if something will be approved? Because I
yes.
wasn't sure about the process.
No, there's no guarantees that you're going to get approval, but you can go through a process and have a pre-application meeting, or just seek advice from either the chairman or one of the commissioners about what's appropriate. You can also reference our handbook, which has a lot of information in it that helps applicants determine what's an appropriate material to use and things to consider when doing an addition on an old house.
Okay.
So that's
And
your first
would
step. Have you seen the
okay.
handbook? Have you seen the handbook?
No. I was
Okay.
under the impression the contractor would know to follow the handbook guidelines. That's what I was told.
Okay. Well, I think your next step is to review, look at the handbook and get a sense of what is appropriate in terms of design and materials and stuff in the historic district. And if you need help, you can just reach out and we're happy to help.
Okay. So as the application as it is right now, it's not approvable because of the materials described in the plans are not in accordance with the handbook, right?
Yes, basically. I mean, there's more to it than that,
All
but
right.
yes, essentially that's the bottom
All
line.
right. That's good. Okay. I
Okay.
will get to work on those details, change the materials. And is there anything else other than the materials that stand out that we can look forward to fix for the next meeting?
Yeah, the proportions of the windows and the types of windows,
Okay.
and any trim that you're putting up there, make sure that it's wood and that it's compatible with the existing house.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. We will work on
Okay.
that and then we'll come back.
Okay. Did I miss any commissioners to ask questions? No, okay. I did not receive any letters in favor of this application, and I did not receive any letters opposing this application. So the hearing is closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is Thomas and Royce and Black, 889 Old Post Road in Fairfield, for property located at 889 Old Post Road in Fairfield for A, new garage, B, lighting, C, change driveway, D, new stepping stones. There's someone here to represent
Yeah, hi, this is Tom.
889 Old Post Road.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, hi. Let me see if we can share the plans. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here, but here we go. Let's see how it works. Hold on one second. Okay. So can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. This was an application we submitted in 2021, which was approved. However, we were unable to secure a contractor at the time, so we're resubmitting it unedited. And what we're proposing here, I don't know if you're familiar with the property. Well, I'm trying to. Old Post Road is here to your left. The existing residence, and what we're proposing is to add a garage, which, hold on, there's an existing pool house cottage here. We're looking to basically mirror that on the other side with a 24 by 30 foot garage. The driveway, which would be amended, would just be basically the driveway currently ends here at the fence line. We would remove the fence line and continue the gravel driveway into the garage. Let's see what else. This would be from the street side. It would be stucco covered, architectural roof. The lighting fixtures would match the house that we currently have, which those were approved 20 years ago whenever we redid the house. This would be from the back side of the new garage. And basically it would have no, let me just show you. This is effectively, this is the existing cottage. And so the side of the garage would basically be facing this. This is effectively what it would look like from the backyard. The light fixtures, this is what's currently on the existing main house. That's what we're proposing to use as well on this house. Trying to think if there's anything else. And that's our initial application. Just open for any questions or comments.
Okay, thank you. Maura, do you have any questions?
I was not here for the first approval, so I'm just presuming that for the people that were, just confirming that the materials and everything was all approved.
You asking the commission or are you asking?
I'm asking, I don't know if were any of
Oh.
you involved in the first approval?
Honestly, I don't really remember.
I don't remember it either.
I don't either. I think you have to treat it as a new application.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it
Oh,
is
yeah.
a new application.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
So Maura, if you have any
Okay.
questions about materials, feel free to ask.
Yeah, so the only question I have, and I did look at, the house, so that the main house is also stucco, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So other than that, I mean, I looked at the design. I have no further questions.
Okay, thank you, Maura. Jim Bohan, questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Jim Accomando, questions?
No questions. Looks great. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Rosina, questions?
I don't recall if the last application showed the streetscape of the whole house, but kind of in this one, we just see the isolated garage from the rest. It will have been nice to show the entire facade of the house plus the garage addition.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I have, I mean, I may or may not have that in this application. No, I do not. But currently there's, I do not have a picture with the proposed view from the street, including the existing residence, just the proposed addition.
Correct, because the cottage that is existing is shielded by landscape. So you cannot really see the proposed garage will be completely open to kind of the street view. So that was my only question.
Yeah, no, yeah, it would be correct.
Thank you.
I can't hear Rosina, so someone's got to tell me when she's finished.
yeah,
It's in the
she's
chat.
done.
She's done? Okay. Art, do you have any questions?
No, thanks, Adam.
Okay, and George, questions?
Yeah, just to get some confirmation on the garage doors and windows, they're all wood.
Yes, sir.
Are they specs in the proposal? Because I didn't see them.
I would have to check. I think he just has it to match additional. I'd have to get with Jack Branson and see if he put the actual specs anywhere else in our plans, but I'm not sure they included in this one.
So could we just get a confirmation that the wood, all the windows and doors, garage doors are all wood?
Yes, they would be. So the existing house and existing cottage, all doors and windows are wood. All the doors are double hung. Excuse me, all the windows are double hung windows, and all the doors would be wood. Correct.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, George. I do not have any questions at the moment. Did not receive any letters in favor of this application, and I did not receive any letters opposing this application. So the hearing's closed.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. That's the last time on the agenda, public hearings. I'd like to take a short break though, just so, and see if we can get Rosina so I can hear her, because I didn't hear a word she said on the last application, which is not very useful. So Regina, maybe can you just log off and try and log on and see if you can like do it not under the town of Fairfield, and maybe that'll make a difference.
Okay.
So weird, right? Not your fault. It's weird. Okay, bring it back, meeting back into session. For the considerations of our public hearings, first one on the agenda is Piero Tarantelli, 46 Willow Street in Southport, the property located at 46 Willow Street in Southport for a new 26 kilowatt generator. And Jim Accomando, you will be voting on this application. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion to approve A as presented.
Yeah,
you.
Art will
Second.
second that. I'll second.
Great, thank you, Art. Discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None opposed, no abstentions, motion passes. The next item is the Robert and Kristen McMahon, 965 Old Post Road, and we're going to continue that application until next month for their request. Next item on the agenda is Claudia and Andrew Wilbur, 219 Main Street in Southport, for property located at 219 Main Street in Southport for A, replace existing side door, B, replace existing aluminum storm door, C, replace existing garage door, and D, replace the side of left wall of garage. And Maura, you'll be voting on this application. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion to approve A, B, and C as presented. And I guess we don't need to vote on D because they simply repaired instead of replacing.
Okay.
I'll second it.
That. Fine.
Sorry, gotcha.
No, I'm easy. It's Thursday.
Then Maura, second. Gotta be quick around here. Discussion? No discussion? All in favor?
Yep.
All opposed? No abstentions? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is Eleanor Cunningham, 515 Old Post Road in Fairfield, for property located at 515 Old Post Road in Fairfield for a new 4-season porch addition. Jim Bohan, you are voting on this application.
Okay.
Can I get a motion, please?
Yeah, I deny that without prejudice.
I'll second.
George was in a second, deny without prejudice. Discussion?
It was incomplete drawings. The roof looked like a metal roof. The elevation did not show the entire facade, which it will be helpful to see how elongated that side that's existing is. And the shed roof, in a way, at least for me, competes with the gable that is shown in the house, in the connector, in the garage. The windows really, at least the facade that we can see from the street, do not correspond to the rest of the house. So it's a lot of little details here and there for me. So
I think that wall and the overstated for the house.
Yeah, I would agree. It definitely needs a lot more work. It's I think she even said she would refer to the handbook. So
Yeah.
and it might
You
need,
can see
need
why.
a pre-application rather than coming into the meeting
Yeah.
directly.
yes, or at least put it in front of the chairman at the time or someone on the commission and get some feedback. You know, maybe he
Yeah,
doesn't meet with. You know, I think a pre-application would be great, but
But coming to a meeting like this without really going through the handbook is really kind of really, sticking your neck out. If you're
Yeah.
flying blind. You're flying blind.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And there's so many easy things you can avoid, like synthetic materials.
Right.
Okay. Any more discussion? Okay, then let's vote on it. All in favor? All opposed? Unopposed, no abstentions, motion passes. Last item on the agenda is Thomas and Royce and Black, 889 Old Post Road in Fairfield, for property located at 889 Old Post Road in Fairfield. For A, new garage, B, lighting, C, change driveway, and D, new stepping stones. And Jim Acondo, you will be voting on this application. Making a motion, please.
Motion to accept.
Thank you. Second?
Art
Art,
says, yeah.
seconds. Motion to approve. This is just to clarify your motion, it's to approve A, B, C, and D as presented. Jim?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And second, Art. And discussion? I know Rosina had some comments which I couldn't hear a word of, so I don't know if you have anything to say.
So basically, my main comment was that I don't remember the last application, and if in the last application the entire streetscape was presented or not. I know there's a lot of reference towards the cottage that's on the other side of the house, but the cottage is shielded by landscape, so we cannot see the facade of the house in comparison to the proposed garage. And the garage will be visible from the street, so it might had been, or it might be useful to see the entire facade instead of an isolated garage being presented.
So you can see it in context,
Correct.
right? Yeah, I would agree. Any other comments? All right, then we'll vote on the motion, which is to approve A, B, C, D as presented. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. No abstentions. Motion passes 3-2. Okay. Moving on. Need to approve minutes from the October 10th meeting. Art, Rosina, Jim, Akamondo, we're all here. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll
Rosina
second.
makes a motion to approve. Art seconds, all in favor? All opposed? None. Motion passes. Chairman reports. We have repairs on 600 Old Post Road to replace copper gutters in kind, repoint brownstone exterior, replace rotted wooden overhangs in kind, and repair exterior kitchen door. No violations this month, no new violations anyway. And then some old business, the handbook, update on the handbook. Finally, we have a contract signed with the contractor or the consultant, I guess I should call him. I met with him last week and gave him a tour through the 3 historic districts. So the ball is rolling on the handbook project. Just the time for me to step down. So I think so. The next step, what I did say to talk to, his name's Chris, by the way. I said I'd set up a meeting, a virtual meeting with the commission so that he can have a conversation with the entire commission and get some feedback on how to proceed, you know, beyond what I talked to him about. I think the best way to do that is through email. I'll throw out an email with some dates. I think it's next week is when he was, yeah, like 18th, 19th, 20th, the 21st are possible days that he has availability at various times throughout the day. So I'll send out an email with that. But I think that's exciting to have this finally moving forward. I did reach out to Mary Dunn at the State Historic Preservation and to find out if we needed to get an extension on our grant.
The grant.
Yes, but I have not heard back from her. She's sometimes slow on replying. That was almost a week ago. It was last Friday. I sent the email. I haven't received an update. So, and I think, I mean, it's up to you guys, but because I won't be here, but I'm sure we're gonna have to. You're gonna want to put together a, you know, a committee for the handbook. Take care of that. New business. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. New business. I was approached by a gentleman from the Greenfield Grange, and he wants to pursue historic designation for the building in Greenfield Hill. So I think the first step is to I think the proper way to do it is to put together a committee to write the report, a study committee. So that's I think something that's going to need to be addressed in the coming months. So any questions on that? Or comments? I think the process is that we put there's a committee that is put together to do the study, and then it goes out to State Historic and zoning for approvals before it comes back to us. So and we do the public meeting, public approval. Anyway, that's all I have. Does anybody else have any business to discuss?
Can you go through that once more, Adam? The business, we've identified a contractor.
What's that?
We has the contractor been identified?
For, yeah, consultant for the
Right.
handbook?
Right.
Yeah. He submitted a proposal months ago, like many months ago.
Right.
And it's just taken a long time to get the town to get him on board, to get a contract with the town. It had to go through purchasing, it had to go through the first selectman, it had to go through a bunch of places before we could get it signed and get him on board. And so now he is on board.
So he's going to prepare an update to the handbook. And what's this?
Yes.
What's the job of this committee you're talking about? Once he's done that, is it the
To help
committee?
him to oversee his work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because he's, you know, he has an idea of what he needs to do, but he needs more specifics as to how to approach it.
Right.
I sat with him for an hour and we talked about the handbook. And one of the things that he mentioned was that it's hard to navigate. It has a lot of information, especially in the beginning
Right.
of the handbook, about the districts and about historic district commissions, about working with the historic district commission, et cetera, et cetera. It falls apart in the design guidelines. And it's also, for an applicant searching through the book, it's hard to, it's not user friendly, you know, because the first thing you want to see are the design guidelines. You don't have to go through all this information about all the historic districts and working with the historic district commission, you know, to get to your design guidelines. He recommended having tabs, you know, more sections, and just having it easier to locate, you know, certain things like roofs or roofing or siding or windows or whatever it might be. He had some great ideas. So,
Yeah, commonly asked
I think-
questions might be a good one.
Right.
commonly asked questions, and I think there might be some of that in here already.
But it's just like you said, sometimes it's kind of buried because it's divided into
Yeah.
so many different sections.
Yeah. Yes, he said it's just hard to navigate, which I agree. It is a little bit difficult to navigate. And the design guidelines, you know, the building issues and design guidelines are, you know, it's halfway through the book. You get on page 58 where site issues start. And you have to go through like all these other sections first, which are great. And there's a ton of information in here. It's not suggesting that they should be removed or anything.
Those could
he's
be
just suggesting
appendices.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So like if we can set up a meeting, a kickoff meeting next week virtually, then, you know, he can get some feedback from his idea to which direction to go and how to, you know, how to move forward. I had some ideas, and he had some ideas, which I thought were great, but, you know, it's up to the commission as a whole, I think, to push this thing the way, you know, I think it's better to have more people involved.
Well, the technology now is so vastly different, you know, as far as efficiencies, being able to even put it online so that helps
Yeah.
people navigate.
Yeah, I think you could look at some other towns too. I mean, there have to be some towns in Westport, I think, has redone theirs. So clearly,
there's tons,
we don't need to start from scratch.
And I
No,
bet
no,
he's
and
done
we're not. This is a
several.
revision. This is just a revision to our book, and it might be just restructuring where things go. But he did think that the guideline area was a little weak, and inconsistent, and it's missing things like, I don't know, you know, it can get really complicated. You can talk about how to do an addition, what's an appropriate way to add on to a building, you know, and there are guidelines I've seen in other handbooks that do explain what you know, the way you should approach putting an addition on an old building.
Mhm.
So,
Good.
yeah, it's, but you're right, Maura, I think there might be another medium that we could use to put it online, like on the website, in addition to the actual handbook, the hard handbook.
Yep. Yep. Then you can search
sure.
it by word. You can search the whole document.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Put in roof, you know,
Well,
and then boom.
Roof, and you see the 20
Yeah,
places.
send you to a
goes up.
section with subsections, and yeah.
Just gets easier.
And that's something to discuss with him. Yeah, I'm not sure if he can, you know, what formats he can suggest or is capable of doing. You know, initially, I think the whole idea was that he just create another Word document that can be edited easier,
Mhm.
or PDF, or you know, just a hard copy handbook. But we should probably think outside of the box and do something more
Interactive.
digital.
Oh, absolutely.
More interactive and then easier to edit along the way.
Much easier, yeah. If it's not a hard copy, you're right. It'd be much easier to edit.
Do we know how much
So-
experience he's had?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He submitted a resume. I thought I can send the resume out to everyone if I hadn't already. I thought I did.
I think you did.
I
Yeah.
think I did, yeah. He's
Yep.
yeah. Talented guy. So,
Well, that's good news.
yeah, that's great. Okay, is there anything else?
But correct in saying that the next meeting is your last meeting?
Yes. Actually, I learned that my term actually ended this month on the 25th, but they asked me to stay on for another 2 months if I wanted, but I was like, I was planning on doing until December, so I'll stop there. That brings up another question actually for Zena, because as the vice chair, maybe you want to process the next application and take over my role for the December meeting and actually chair the meeting next meeting.
Okay.
And I only say that because maybe the process is a little different than it was before COVID, and now that we're online and everything, and so therefore you might need some help for me to figure out how to do
Definitely.
something. And if and so maybe now's the time to do, as opposed to waiting another month, you know.
Yeah,
So I'll
let's
touch
get
base with
together and
you.
figure it out. Yeah.
Good plan.
I'll touch base, and I have a ton of, you know, I have all the binders and office you know, stuff that I need to give you.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
okay. All right. And yeah, so next month we're going to have to elect our slate again. I know Rosina is offered to do the chair job, so I think we should consider who wants to be the vice chair. And again, the clerk, who I think Sharon will do, but I think maybe she wants to be the vice chair. I don't know. Things to consider though before next month.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right, so if there's anyone have anything else, if not, just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
But I'll second it.
Thank you, Rosina. Thank you, George. All in favor?
Aye, aye.
All right.
Adam, thank you.
We are.
Thank you.